The life-changing truth. Every Scorpio must learn. Every Scorpio wants control. But the truth is, real control doesn't look like domination. It looks like calm. It looks like being able to walk through chaos and choose peace anyway. That's what I call the core shift. The moment you stop reacting to everything around you and start directing your own energy. Stay until the end, because I'll tell you the one truth most Scorpios never realize. The truth that turns chaos into clarity and makes an evolved Scorpio truly untouchable. Scorpio, you've always been the storm and the stillness that follows it. You can read a room in seconds, feel lies in your skin, sense the crack in someone's voice, but not everything you feel deserves a reaction. Power begins when you stop fighting to prove you're strong and start aiming that strength where it matters. Because you don't need attention. What your soul truly craves is resonance. Someone who matches your depth without drowning in it. Someone who feels you without you needing to explain yourself. That's the level where your real evolution begins. But before you rise, you face something every Scorpio must confront, the shadow you outgrow. It's the part of you that confuses intensity with connection, that believes love must hurt to be real. That's the unevolved power, where passion becomes proof and testing becomes love. You stir the waters just to see who will swim through the storm with you. But the truth is, you don't need to create chaos to confirm loyalty. You've already survived enough to recognize sincerity without smoke. So when you stop setting fires and start reading energy, that's when peace replaces the pattern. You stop searching for loyalty through pain and start recognizing peace as your new loyalty. That's when you begin to live by the quiet rules that keep your peace. If it costs your peace, it's already too expensive. If you have to shrink to keep it, you'll outgrow it anyway. And if clarity is hard to find, distance is the answer. These rules aren't armor, they're alignment. They protect you from the parts of yourself that used to fight for things already falling apart. You no longer chase explanations. You read vibrations. You no longer beg to be understood. You observe who listens. Because your silence is not punishment. It's a filter. It's how you separate those who come for your energy from those who come with it. And that's when your idea of love changes. You realize you don't want attention. You want resonance. You don't want constant noise. You want connection that feels like home. You start choosing partners who can hold both your fire and your stillness, who can sit in your quiet and still feel your presence. That's the moment you stop testing and start observing consistency. You start seeing that real love doesn't demand performance. It asks for honesty. You look for three things that never lie: how they treat you when you're not useful, how they speak about their past, and how they repair after conflict. If they show up clean, you can exhale into trust. If they show up muddy, you don't argue. You step back. That's maturity. That's the evolved Scorpio. Not colder, just clearer. Because when your energy is finally balanced, your focus becomes sacred. Your passion, when misdirected, destroys, but when aimed with intention, it builds empires. That's where your transformation begins, aiming your obsession. Pick one mission, one calling, one thing that deserves your fire. Depth beats scatter every time. When your mind spirals, create something. Build it, write it, move it. Scorpio heals when emotion turns into motion. Your peace is not found in thinking less, but in creating more. And along the way, remember the alchemy of emotion. You were never meant to suppress what you feel. You were meant to transmute it. When anger rises, move your body. Walk, lift, breathe until the fire cools. When grief hits, give it water. Tears, journaling, prayer. Let it flow until it clears space. When desire floods you, aim it at your purpose. Passion without direction burns. Passion with purpose transforms. That's how you turn chaos into creation. That's how you stop letting feelings bury you and start letting them build you. And with that balance comes the understanding of boundaries that don't sound like war. You've learned that silence can be sharp, but wisdom doesn't always need a sword. Now, your boundaries sound like peace. I care about this. I can't continue it this way. I need clarity, not confusion. No, and nothing more. That's your maturity speaking. That's your grace becoming structure. If this is speaking to you, pause for a second. Breathe. You're not the only Scorpio learning this lesson, but you might be one of the few ready to live it. And structure is what allows your soul to grow. So build rituals that remind you who you are when the world tries to make you forget. 1 hour of solitude each week, just you, your thoughts, and honesty. Ask yourself, what gave me energy? What drained me? What am I avoiding? And what am I ready to face? Do an energy audit. Who nourishes me? Who depletes me? Adjust accordingly. Find 2 anchors, one that calms you, one that strengthens you. A breath to return you to the present, a movement to remind you of your power. These are not habits, they are your foundation. And through all of this, remember to let endings end. That's how you practice ending loops without ending yourself. You don't need closure from those who broke you. You need closure from the part of you that kept reopening the wound. Forgiveness isn't access. Compassion isn't return. You can bless someone and still never see them again. That's not cruelty, that's healing. When memories rise, replace "why did they" with "what did I learn?" Replace "what if" with "what's next?" That's direction, not dismissal. You start making decisions from wisdom, not wounds. You start using tests that save you years instead of breaking you down. If you're burning to send a message, wait 24 hours. If it still needs to be said, it'll come out with peace instead of pain. And before every choice, ask yourself, would I still choose this person, this plan, this path, if no one was watching? If not, it's not alignment, it's performance, because you were never here to perform. You were here to transform. And when you reach that level, you realize what true leadership is. It's not loudness, it's gravity. It's walking into a room and making people feel safe without saying a word. It's setting standards that speak louder than speeches. It's loyalty to your word, even when no one's applauding. That's how you lead. By example, not by noise. And finally, there's the grace reveal. The last lesson every evolved Scorpio learns. You spent half your life trying to control everything, but what you were really searching for was self-respect. Control demands, self-respect decides. Control clings, self-respect releases. Control wants an audience, self-respect walks away quietly. And that's the real power of Scorpio. When you've mastered your emotions, you no longer react, you respond. When you've mastered your energy, you no longer chase, you attract. And when you've mastered your peace, you no longer seek revenge, you choose grace. Grace is knowing you could destroy them and choosing not to. Grace is knowing the truth and still wishing peace. Grace is not softness, it's sovereignty. It's the moment when your past can't shake you, your future can't scare you, and your present feels like peace. That's the untouchable power of an evolved Scorpio. Remember this moment, because what you just felt, that mix of peace and power, that's your evolution beginning. If this spoke to your soul, save it, share it, and stay with Zodiac Stoic videos, because every sign has lessons. But Scorpio, yours was never about being understood. It was about being unstoppable.